Ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's do it. San Antonio, here we come.
I'm excited about this one. We've got this awesome collection of events and happenings, all from San Antonio, Texas.
Really paints a picture, doesn't it? A community in action.
Exactly. And not just any action. We're talking NAACP meetings, debutante balls, music festivals, even a Smithsonian conversation on race.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That's going to be fascinating.
Plus, a call for submissions to something called the 2024 Black Book Directory and Yearbook. It all comes from Black Life, Texas. And let me tell you, this document is hopping.
It's amazing, the variety.
Seriously. Fashionetta, an African food festival, a Southern Soul Explosion concert. There's even an Alpha Ice party.
Alpha Ice party.
I know, right? I'd love to know more about that one. But seriously, this Black Life Texas document is like a crash course in the vibrancy of the Black community in San Antonio.
Definitely. And it highlights something really important. Community gatherings, especially for minority groups, they're essential, you know?
Absolutely. It's all about fostering that connection.
Right. And sharing knowledge, preserving cultural heritage.
It's all there in this calendar.
I was particularly drawn to, well, you mentioned Fashionetta, such a cool program, mentoring young women, culminating in this big fashion show.
It's fantastic. I love how it blends empowerment with self-expression.
And it carries on this legacy of grace and achievement. You see that in other events, too. The African Food Festival, for example.
Rhythms and recipes, they call it.
It's not just food, you know. It's a celebration.
Of culture, of community.
Exactly. And the Southern Soul Explosion concert. That's pure energy, bringing people together through music.
It's incredible, isn't it? How each event has this unique flavor, but they all contribute to this bigger picture.
This tapestry of Black life in San Antonio.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well,
so out of all these events, what really jumps out at you? What's calling your name?
honestly, so many good ones. But there's this Christmas production, The King, featuring Dorinda Clark Cole and Q Parker.
Oh yeah, some big names in gospel and R&B.
It sounds like a really unique blend of Christmas spirit and musical talent.
It really does. And it speaks to the diversity of this community, right? You've got cultural celebrations, business events, artistic expressions.
And then you have something like the Black Book Directory and Yearbook, a totally different kind of event, but equally vital.
Right. They're calling for submissions, trying to build San Antonio's #1 resource for business networking and community events with an African-American focus.
It's such a powerful concept, creating this living record
Of businesses, achievements, stories.
Exactly. It captures the ongoing evolution of this community and their call to action, get your business listed or verify that your information is correct. Listing deadline, November 8th. It's a reminder to everyone listening.
We all have a role to play in shaping our narratives, ensuring representation.
Exactly. It's about making sure these stories are heard and these contributions are recognized.
It's crucial. And it ties back to what we were saying earlier about community. Individual stories, like those shared in the Black Book, they become part of a collective identity.
It's like weaving a tapestry, thread by thread.
So true. Speaking of stories, let's circle back to that Christmas production, The King. You mentioned the big-name musical acts.
Yeah, Dorinda Clark Cole, Q Parker.
But what really caught my eye was the description. It takes these classic Christmas figures, like the Grinch and Scrooge,
Oh, I love that.
and blends them into this whimsical masterpiece filled with theatrics, singing, and dancing.
It sounds like a perfect way to celebrate the holidays.
It does, doesn't it? And it makes me think about how creative expression can really capture those universal themes.
Redemption, the triumph of good over evil, those resonate with everyone.
And then on a completely different note, you have the Smithsonian event happening in December. National Conversation on Race, they call it.
A serious topic for sure.
Absolutely. And the kickoff event is happening right there at the Carver Community Cultural Center in San Antonio.
This is about having those difficult but necessary conversations.
It's about understanding our history, confronting our biases, and working towards a more equitable future.
And it's fascinating to me how both of these events, the King and the Smithsonian Conversation, they contribute to this broader understanding of culture and identity.
They do, don't they? It's like two sides of the same coin. One celebrates the joy and creativity of a community, while the other tackles these really complex issues.
And both are essential, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's about embracing the full spectrum of the human experience.
Exactly. So, as we wrap up our deep dive into San Antonio, I want to leave you with a thought.
Okay, hit me.
Think about how these individual stories and local events connect to these larger national dialogues.
About race, about representation, about social progress.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that change starts at the whole level.
With the stories we share, the events we attend, the conversations we have.
It's about being active participants in shaping a more inclusive and just future.
Well said. And on that note, I want to thank you all for joining us on this deep dive. We covered a lot today.
From vibrant cultural celebrations to thought-provoking conversations.
And remember, even seemingly small actions, like supporting local businesses, attending community events, or engaging in dialogue, they can create ripples of change.
So get out there and make a difference.
Until next time.